Okay, a little wait. Sorry about that. Oh, wait a minute. Let me how do I rename that? How do I rename that there? Edit name. There we go. Okay. We don't want that on my name. There. Okay, there we go. That's better. Alright, I figured out why some of the people are having issues with the other channel. Could you sign in with my other channel, my regular channel, not this channel? So anyway, now I got it figured out. So I signed in on the right one. Alright, so now let me see here. Invite. Copy to clipboard. And we might have a special guest if I can get her over here. Okay. Venus will be here in a little bit. Maybe we'll get Star here too. Okay, Venus, this is the new one that I'm sending you. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and check my email and do this here. Alright, hold on. Alright, I gotta go to a new page. I don't want another page open though. I got like 20 of them. I'm gonna close that one now. Close that one. Close that one. Close that one. Keep that one open. Wait, no, that's mail I want. Hold on. Inbox. We need to go to. Now, where did she go now? Okay, hold on. Where did she go? There we go. Okay. Okay, so good. It sounds like she wants to be on here tonight, so let's get that link to her. Okay, now she can join the show. And there you go. Hopefully she'll be able to get here within a normal amount of time. Alright, so now let me see if we can get, if Maria is here. I'm doing this all on my own here, folks. I'm not, don't have any help yet. Hopefully Bobby's getting audio here. Okay. Alright, so now we're just waiting for some people to show up here. Nobody. Oh, we got one person watching. Oh my gosh. We got one person watching. Hey, alright, so we just had a weird storm out of nowhere. And the funny thing about that storm is this. I watched the report on the TV. It showed thunderstorm warning. And so I was looking at the weather outside the window, and I noticed it was acting kind of funny. And also, a little sprinkle came along. Next thing I know, a lot of lightning and the rain came. The bigger rain came, and it came from the other county north of here, I think, Redwood County or whatever. But I knew it was kind of heading this way. I don't know how, but I kind of knew that. It wasn't any kind of feeling in my knee. No, I'm with the if any of you have not tried Esther's um, Esther's thought on the frequency, like the healing frequency. I haven't tried third eye yet. I'm going to try that soon, though. And but today, just after listening to the frequency healing one, the 432 freaking 432 merch, and they got all kinds of different ones on YouTube. Look it up on Wikipedia or whatever, Google it, and you can definitely find some interesting stuff. And so, today I'm gonna drive to get my medication. I saw things a little bit more clear, a little bit more color to it. I don't know why, just kind of odd. That would be more clear than normal. But the other night when I listened to it for like about 30 minutes or so, I could feel it going to work on my leg pain. So that did help. I still have an issue with that, but I will need the operation eventually. And it's the vein closure that they have to do. And it's just painful all the time. It's painful. But I am working on this frequency and using a healing one, and it seems to help, at least to adjust the pain. On the one that I was using today, it talked about changing the DNA through the sound waves, sound frequency. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So no one's here yet. We're waiting on people to show up. Had two people, now I got one person watching. If that's charged up, I can turn this off now. I don't turn this off now. There we go. Got it off. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Yeah. How you doing tonight? Esther is not going to be here with us tonight unless she comes by for a quick visit. So, but she'll be back next week, I think. Maybe she'll be here with us tomorrow night if she's feeling better. Hopefully. And yeah, well, I got the album done that I was playing on the music side of things. I was using the little hotspot I got from Net 10. It worked. It it got through the album, and it was only me messing up when I was playing the other audio by mistake. But anyway, that happens when you got two channels open and you're capturing the desktop audio. So, all right, we are waiting on some people to get here, and hopefully they'll get here. And other than that, very much I can do. We could, after that, Johnny, would you like to have an oracle reading with since we're the only ones here, we can use this one here. Would you like to have an oracle reading with this deck? It's up to you. If you want one, hey, you get a special treatment tonight. You get the only one, no one else here. No one's here to laugh at you, except me. But no, I wouldn't do that. And if I did do that, I wouldn't let you know. Unless I thought it was extremely funny, then I might let you know. Make sure that's all the cards. Okay. You're afraid? Oh no, don't be afraid. All right, so taking a couple of deep breaths. As long as you're not breathing in smoke like from a fire. All this talk they're talking about some of the things that the military did to the people during the MK Ultra experiments and different government experiments. And when I was in the boot camp in 1980, we had to do fire training. Okay, because after all, if you're on a ship and it's on fire, you need to know how to get through it and live. So we went into the fire tower and they filled it with smoke. Now, when we walked in there, we had the oxygen masks on with the tank on our back and everything like that. And it got so thick in the room, I could not see 2 inches in front of my nose. And they asked us to take the mask off and breathe in. I don't know what they were putting in that smoke, but let me tell you, I would not want to go through that in any kind of a real thing. So I'm glad I never had to. All right, Johnny, what card I got? Energy exchange. So, number 19 and energy exchange. Now, basically, what that's saying is don't do anything for free. Okay? Your time is valuable, your gifts are valuable. It's not always money, though, that is exchanged. Sometimes it's a favor for a favor, a gift for a gift, whatever. Okay, if that makes any sense. If you don't like that card, we could do another one. But energy exchange, that's not a bad card. But we can do another one if you want. So yeah, in most cases, like if I'm doing this on a professional level, I would never do it for free, except maybe in a setting like this, You might offer a free reading for somebody, and then if they want to donate or No fee. Yeah. No free rides. Yeah. All right. Now here's one that suits you a little bit better. This one kind of tells who you are, more or less. Natural advisor. Okay? Now, I remember when you were advising me on a situation and you said, just ignore them and they'll go away. I didn't believe you at first. But you know what? It worked. So there you go. So, natural advisor, that fits you. Now, if you want some tarot card reading, we could do that. That might be a little bit more detail into what we're talking about. All right. So let me get that card. Stay there. Don't move. And ghosts, leave my cards alone. I got them on top of something where they could just slide off. And I know the ghosts will do that. They they happen to hide my drill that I got. I had bought an electric screwdriver thing. I used it one time, and for some reason, I don't have a clue where my little power drill is. And so my friend Mike was telling me on the phone, he said, "Oh, don't worry, they'll give it back to you after you buy a new one." That's probably true. I might test that theory. I'll buy a new one and it'll show up. My power drill, which is sitting on the table, is fine. It's more expensive than the little electric drill a little screwdriver that I was using. All right, so here goes your I'm going to do 3 tarot cards. All right, the first one is the past, present, and future, if you want to look at it that way. Past is the 4 of Pentacles. We'll look these up after I read them all, okay? And the second is the King of Swords, which is a good one. All right. And the third one. Now, this isn't a bad card, Johnny. But some might think it is, but it's not really a bad card. Okay? It just means you're carefree, you're enjoying life, and you're doing the best you can to survive. So let's take a look at that. Put those over there. All right, so let's look these up. 4 of Pentacles. Now, Venus will hopefully be here soon. And then she'll do another reading for people if they want. Okay, wait a minute now. Is it there? No, it's not there. I gotta go here. Okay, there we go. All right. So, 4 of Pentacles. We need the Pentacles. There we go, right there. All right, 4 of Pentacles. Okay, saving money. Are you saving money, Johnny? Security, conservatism, scarcity, control. You don't have a control issue, do you? But you're saving money. Now, not all that would necessarily apply to any one person. All right, so keep that in mind. When you read these meanings, what we need to do is accept the ones that resonate with us. except the ones that uh, mean something. Well, saving money. All right, you do save money somewhere. All right. So then we got this card wrong. If it's right side up, it should be upside down because the other way, the upside down way, in reverse is called overspending, greed, self protection. Well, see now, self protection isn't bad. You got to protect yourself, right? That makes sense. But overspending, that's my problem. And greed, I don't know I have a greed problem. I just have a spending problem. But anyway, uh, King of Swords, but not really that bad. I don't really waste a whole lot of money on stuff. I pay bills that I have to pay. Today I paid the tree guy. I only owe a little bit over $100 on that bill. So there you go. So I'm doing that right. Oh, King of Swords now. Mental clarity. Do you have mental clarity, Johnny? Do you know what you're thinking? Intellectual power, authority, and truth. You speak the truth all the time, I think. So there you go. There's that one. Now let's go back up to the Fool, to the Major Arcana deck and to the Fool. Remember, the Fool is a Major Arcana card, which is usually a good thing. See, now here you go. Okay. Yeah, it's like it's in your DNA, and you you don't know how to control it or stop it. You can work on that though. All right. So now the Fool, beginnings, innocence, spontaneity, spontaneity, and then a free spirit. Well, there you go. So see now, those are not bad cards. All right, those are not bad cards at all. So think about that one. Oh, hey, Amber made it to the show. Amber May. Oh my gosh, you're real.
I am real. Thanks for having me on the show.
How you doing? Oh, we're just playing around with doing oracle card readings and tarot card readings. I don't know if you like that kind of stuff or not.
No, it's not usually my thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just
I would just waste. I would just waste some time.
yeah, I just kind of
Something I
I
do
want
when
to
I.
be surprised in life.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's good. So yeah, good to have you. I'm glad that your microphone is working on this show. I don't know what's up with Podbean. Podbean is odd,
It
and
used to work just fine. My headphones used to work just fine. I don't know what's going on with that. I have no idea.
yeah, I don't know either.
It
And
finally worked yesterday.
yeah,
Finally.
and I think mine did too because I used a Bluetooth speaker. Shannon had told me, connect your Bluetooth speaker to your phone, and then it'll sound better, get through, and the microphone will work and everything. But when you're just using the phone microphone with the speakers on the phone, it kind of like cuts it down half, and it cuts out your microphone. So
Yeah, I was using a headset and I don't know. I really don't know why it wasn't working, why I'm having issues. I
what's
turned off my VPN on there because I have a VPN and I turned
okay?
it off and still, so I don't know.
Well, hopefully we can get that fixed and we can be on the show more often. I do
Yeah,
like
then
talking with those guys. Those guys are a lot of fun.
oh, so much fun. If you guys don't know who we're talking about the 82 Alpha podcast show or the
Yeah,
Slacker 82 Alpha podcast show.
yeah,
They're phenomenal men and
yeah.
I love the Latin heat on it because one of the guys, he's Hispanic and he gets very fired up and it makes the show so
But
funny.
now I was jokingly, I said, Goose is Latin. He's actually Puerto
No,
Rican, I think. Right? Puerto
yeah,
Rican. But
that
so I
was
was
funny.
kidding.
I saw
So,
that joke. That was funny.
so I
Yeah,
was kidding. And even Maverick commented. He said, look at it. Look at the video. He's laughing at you.
that was funny. Yeah, and he just like whizzed by my comment about his Latin fire. He just
Yeah.
like whizzed past it. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. No, that's a fun group there. All right. So, what do you got going on then? What are you working on?
Well, I just wrapped up a show today with a fellow podcaster. He has a pretty big audience. His name's Doug Billings with The Right Side with Doug Billings. We became friends. We were at an event and I had a media booth and he was one of the speakers. And I said, "Hey, would you come on my program?" And he said, "Yes." And we instantly connected, instantly became friends. And so he was just on again
There you
today, and
go.
we were just talking about hope. What I love about his program is he's all about hope. When things look so bad in the country, just listen to his program and you're going to feel so good afterwards because he brings a lot of hope. And so we talked about all the wins that we're having in our nation, even though it looks sometimes bad. Looks can be deceiving because if you really take a wider step back, you're going to see all the things that are good and things that we're winning,
Hmm.
things that are improving in our nation. So I talked to him today. Really good show for anyone who wants to find my particular podcast. You can go to the ambermayshow.com and there is hyperlinks to my Frank speech or my Rumble or my Podbean. So you can find
Yep.
me there at the ambermayshow.com. And coming up tomorrow, I am having one of my friends, another fellow podcaster, and we're going to be talking about all the actors that have wound up dead mysteriously. We kind of think why they're dead, or and some of them have tried to expose the child sex rape trafficking. I don't like
Yep.
using sex trafficking because it sounds consensual and a child can't consent to sex.
Right.
So child rape trafficking, and then they end up dead. They end up murdered. They end up suicided. We're talking
Yep.
about that on Friday. And then on Monday, I have a gentleman named Patrick Byrne. He's coming on the program. He's been employed by the federal government for different tasks, and his life story is incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. He is the founder of overstock.com, and he left that to help with government assignments. He's like not an asset. I don't know what they call him. He's good at what he does as a businessman, and sometimes you need a businessman to step up because you're good at negotiating and you're good at different things. So they've used him for different things. So anyways, his story is fascinating, and I'm interviewing him on Monday.
That's cool. That sounds cool. So, and then I can't wait till you get the guys from Slacker 82 off on there.
Yeah, I've
and
had
then,
him before, and that was a fun show. You should
and
watch it
then,
because I did have
you,
him on before, and I want him on again.
and then
Because the
you were
three of us
telling,
make a really good pair. I think we make a good
yeah,
trio. We make a
yeah.
good trio.
And then you were threatening Chester though. You said he better be there.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be there, but he couldn't make it. He had a prior engagement.
Yeah, there you
He's
go.
funny, man. Did you see the comments he was making on the
Yeah,
show, especially after Goose? It was hilarious. The guy
yeah,
is just so funny. I love
yeah,
men because you guys
yeah.
are quick-witted and you guys just know how to give it to each other, and it's so funny.
Oh yeah. And if you guys want to check out the show, I heard the audio on Errt Radio on Mixler. If you haven't checked that out, check out Mixler, the
Yeah, I
audio
just got
side.
the link. I'll check it out.
And then you gotta kind of install the app, in order to be seeing in the chat and be communicating with chat and all that stuff, and be able to follow the link and everything like that. Follow my channel. And so I have 193 followers so far, which I should have more than that, but not a whole lot of people listen to that kind of thing anymore. And I play a lot of music and I do a lot of talk shows like this. A lot of times I'll have this streaming over to my audio side. Not tonight, because I had the storm. I just went through a big storm here, so it was like I'm amazed I'm even on right now.
Yeah,
So,
because
anyway,
there's this one podcaster. His name is Pete Santilli, and it's so
yeah,
funny because every time I would try and book him on my show or him on his show, a big storm would come through and knock out his power.
yeah,
And so I start joking with him about how the universe, we're too powerful together on the airwaves, that the universe is keeping us apart because it happened like one after we would reschedule and then it happened again and reschedule and happen again. And then we finally did it. And a couple weeks ago, it was just a fun show. He has a
he's a good guy. Yeah,
He's good at his content. He
yeah.
knows how to bring it in an entertaining way, and so I just appreciate him very
And then
much.
his assistant that works with him, that woman, can't remember her
Mhm.
name. What is her name?
And now that you've put me on the spot, I'm going to forget it. And I know it. I
I
know
know it.
it.
I know it
And
too. And when I see it, I'll say, "Oh, that's her name. I knew it."
yeah, yeah.
But that's why I am with names. So I can know somebody for a few years, and then I'll meet them on the street, and I'll be like saying, "Hi, how you doing?" Not knowing their name, because my memory is gone. But I do have a problem with ADHD, so that's another thing.
Deb. Her name is Deb.
Okay, there you go, Deb. I knew it was a D. I was going to say Donna, but that didn't sound right.
Mm. Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's the problem I have. I have so many distractions in my head that, if you remember the Married with Children episode where, what is her name? Kelly was always going shopping and buying things, buying shoes and whatever. And then something about um, she had to put one thing in her head and the other thing had to leave. So she had to remember one thing about the Jeopardy answer, right? It's some kind of Jeopardy thing. And she couldn't remember it because she went shopping for shoes. So the one thing that she had to remember for Jeopardy went out.
Sometimes that's my brain too. I'll tell you.
All right. Hey, Venus is here. Venus is a friend. She's here. And Venus, you there? Uh-oh. Maybe she's not here yet. She is there, but
Yeah, I'm here just getting things straightened out. What's up, guys?
Hey, hi, Venus.
Venus
Hi
is
there,
my
Amber.
friend. She's in the south, the other side of the southern line, and you kind of more east. So I'm the only one north up here near Canada. And I think Johnny might be a little bit closer to Canada than me. He's in, I think, Pennsylvania. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Have you been to Canada?
I have, yeah, on both sides.
On both sides? Both sides
Yeah,
of Canada?
yeah, yeah. I was
And what was your experience?
when we went in 1971. I was 10 years old, so that's all I remember. I went to Niagara Falls, and we went to both sides of the border. Before all this stuff where they wouldn't let you come in. Yeah,
That's
and then
surprising me. I always have thought of America, Canada as like an extension of America. And so it was
yeah,
just like mind blowing how they shut down the border to our countries. Cause I know they are a separate country, but sometimes it doesn't feel like they are a separate country.
and then when I was in Washington, Seattle, Washington, we went up to British Columbia, and that's an interesting town.
I'd like
So,
to go to Canada someday. I
yeah.
haven't done it and I'd like to go. I think
I
it'd be really pretty.
one of my first cruises on my ship. I was in the U.S. Navy from 1980 to 84. I was on USS Denver LPD 9, and one of my first cruises that we had to do for a training operation before we went on Westpac. We went to Juneau, Alaska.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
So, so that was cool. Didn't
Yeah.
didn't do nothing but have a beer and a steak, and then we got back on the ship and went back home.
I think the most relaxing vacation someone could take is a cruise ship to Alaska. It is the
Yeah,
most relaxing place. You feel like you're always in nature. It doesn't feel like a city. It feels like you're always in the country and it's gorgeous. There's not any billboards in Canada or in Alaska, at least none that I saw.
yeah,
And then the different towns you could go into are
yeah.
just fascinating. I think it was Juneau or Ketchikan, I can't remember, but one of them had a red light district, and you got to take a tour in that and see how it was. And what they told us is the men outnumbered the females, so they would tell the females the odds are good, but the goods are odd.
Yeah, that's good.
Those good ones. So we had a great time visiting Alaska, and I'd love to go back. We saw so much sea life just on the ship alone. So much. We saw whales and dolphins, all kinds
Oh
of
yeah,
things. And we went in June, and it was still very cold in June. And so, you have to wear at least a light jacket, and it sprinkled off and on throughout the day. And then they have so many eagles there. And so we saw so many beautiful eagles. The air was clean and fresh. I don't know how they do it in the wintertime, because in the summertime it's almost 24 hours sun almost. And so
Mm-hmm.
my husband and I at 3 in the morning, we're exhausted, and it looks like the sun's kind of setting. It looks still like in the evening time, like it's dusk.
Yeah.
And we look at our clock, we're like, oh my God, no wonder why we're so tired. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So we'd go to bed, and then we'd wake up, and within a few hours, the sun was back up. And so I don't know, because in the wintertime, it's the exact opposite. It's almost 24 hours.
And then you get
Dark.
back home. Yeah. Then you get back home to Texas, and you're like, what
No,
time
I
is
live
it?
in Arizona. I live
Oh,
in
Arizona. Okay.
uh-huh.
All right. You wonder what time is it? You know.
Exactly. It was kind of trippy that way. And so I'm
Yeah, but
glad we
you're
had
on
the
the west.
blackout curtain so you
You're on
could
the
get some
west.
sleep.
You're on the Pacific time, right?
Right now, Pacific
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
time doesn't change in Arizona, but Mountain Standard Time does, because we're considered Mountain Standard Time. But every other state in Mountain Standard Time changes. We're the only ones who don't participate in daylight savings. So right now we are in Pacific time, and then once daylight changes, then we're going to be Mountain Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think they voted on that to stop all that. Hopefully within
it doesn't make sense to
next
me,
year.
honestly.
Yeah.
It's so hard to, like, as a podcaster, try and figure out everyone's time zones, especially with the daylight savings, and then everyone's up an hour or back an hour, and it's really difficult. There's no need for it. They could just get rid of it.
And
But
yes.
speaking of the Navy, I am so grateful in San Diego that you can tour as a regular person the Midway. It's a big old Navy ship,
Mm-hmm.
and it was an aircraft ship. So there's all kinds of planes and things like that that would take off and land, because it gave us citizens a perspective of what it's like to be in the service. And I didn't expect a cruise ship, but I certainly expected our armed men and women to have better accommodations, at least slightly better than what they have. For those of you who've never toured a naval ship before, I would encourage you sometime go to San Diego and take a tour on the Midway. And then when you're there, take some time and go on the Maritime Museum, because they have tons of different ships. They have an old ship from the 1800s, one from the 1500s. They have a submarine. They have all kinds of ships right next to the Midway. So definitely do that. But on the Midway, when you're talking about the sleeping areas of on the ship, they're like 3 bunks high, and the mattress is like that of a prison mattress. It's very thin, it's not very big, and the bunks are very small. And so you're talking about grown men trying to sleep in these 3 bunk highs, and I'm just imagining in the middle of the night there's an emergency, all the men just sitting up in their bed and everyone just hitting their head, and then have to scramble and get to their job because they have to deal with the emergency. It's just what I'm picturing. And it's very confined. It's a very small area. And I can't imagine that smelling very well.
No, it does not. You get used to the smell though after a while. You kind of, and that might be why I can't smell today, because it doesn't. I mean, my sense of smell. You know what I mean? And so if a skunk happens in the area, I don't really smell it. Where somebody else is going to get grossed out by it. I'm just going to, oh, that smells nice. You know, no big deal. I really can't smell it, to be honest with you. And somebody will ask me to smell, like, oh, smell this rose. Tell me how good it smells. I can't really smell it, but I'll act like I do. Oh, that smells good. You know.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so when you tour the Midway, it's going to take an entire day. It might even
Oh
take
yeah.
2 days. I don't even think I got through the whole ship in one day.
Wow.
And on the Midway, they have veterans. And one time I got to meet one of the veterans that actually served aboard the ship. And I felt so honored that he was giving me a tour and talking about it, because you're hearing from a person who was on and lived on that ship. It was just awesome. It was a great feeling. And all, like, you can't run very fast because there's that big old lip at the doors. You can't run very fast because you might hit your head. You got to duck if you're a tall man. And then there's that lip that's like at your feet level. So there's only like so much
I've done
space.
both. I've stubbed my toe and I hit my head at least once. And I was on my ship for 3.5 years, so yeah, I know very well those doors. And then I had my general quarters, which is emergency exercise, where if you have general quarters, alarm, you have to go to your station. My station was an after steering. My normal job was on the bridge, which are the opposite ends of the ship. Okay.
Oh, wow. On the
So the
bridge. That's
after
pretty.
steering is on the bottom of the ship at the aft and at the stern. Okay, it controls the rudders directly from that location. Okay, so if we lost communication with the rudders and the bridge, then the after steering would take over.
Oh, wow.
Now,
And then the engineering room is the hottest place on the
yeah,
ship. So if
and we
you
had to
have
go
to
through
work
there.
that, I
Yeah,
feel really bad because it's super hot down there.
I had to go through that, and see, that was before they made the rule about ear protectors on. You know, that 80 to 84, they didn't have any ruling or orders about the ear protectors. And so I would go down there to go through and hear the engines, humming and whining and things like that, diesel engines, so they're going to make a lot of noise, right? And going through that or being in it even for a few minutes, there goes your hearing. You're done, you know.
So
And
what kind of ship were you on?
I was on a USS Denver LPD-9, which is Landing Personnel Dock.
So
Landing
did that
Personnel
mean you were
LPD.
transporting military guys back and
Yeah,
forth to different places?
we carried 1,200 Marines,
Oh, wow. To
and
their
we had
destination?
550-foot ship, 16 frames or 18 frames. It was a flat bottom ship. What we did is they carried the Beechcraft in the well deck. Okay, the
So does
Beechcraft.
that mean you could go in really shallow water?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I've seen
Yeah,
those ships right off of the San
yeah,
Diego. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And so I served on that one for 3.5 years. And when we went overseas to the Westpac, we carried 1,200 Marines. Our crew was 500. So on that side of the ship, you didn't have much room.
No.
You had your sleeping quarters. That's all you had.
Man, and
So
remember, guys, it's 3 bunks high, and
yeah,
there's not a lot of space, and you're all crammed together. God bless all of you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. There you go. And we made it happen though. So, but anyway, Venus, I wanted Venus to do some reading. She's actually more gifted than I am. If you don't want to be here for the readings, you don't have to be. If you want to hang out with us, you can. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna
Okay,
grab dinner for the kiddos, but thank you so much for letting me
you're
come on your
welcome.
program today. I really
And
appreciate you.
you can definitely be back anytime.
Oh, thank you.
And I want everyone to know, please hang out over at her show or look her up on the different things, and I'll share her links and stuff a little bit later.
And
All
thank you
right.
for your service, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, and you have a great evening. And thank you for your podcast and all the stuff you're sharing with everybody. And whatever, I hope that people are getting something good out of it. That's what I want.
That's what I want
And
too.
the message that we share. I hope that it does some good for somebody. Whatever mine is music or whatever we're doing that we're sharing. I just want to make sure that we can make somebody's day happy and that we can just have a better day and a better year. Every year that we're doing this. I'm liking the fact that this has lightened up a little bit. To where we can do it a little bit more freely.
Yeah,
Where before we couldn't do this. So,
true.
but because we all have to work at home, then it kind of helped us out.
It did. It did.
So, all
Well,
right, you
thank
have.
you so much. And
Yeah.
Venus, it was nice being on the show with you. Thank you. And you guys have a great show.
All right, thank you very
Bye
much.
bye.
Bye.
It was good to meet
No,
you. Bye.
yeah, no, Venus, she had family, I guess, to take care of or whatever. I don't know, but she didn't want to be dealing with the card readings. I asked if she wanted one. She said no.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I'm
some
not
people
gonna.
don't.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I don't want to make them sit through it if they don't want to. And see, now Maria wanted to just be here and listen to you. She didn't want to. She didn't want to be part of the panel. She just wanted to be here enjoying the show. So she's here.
Yeah, it looks like she's leaving though.
No, stay here, Maria. Wait, do Maria's first.
Do Maria first and
Yeah,
last.
Maria. Hold on, Maria. Don't go anywhere. Wait, put the brakes on. Then you sound like my name. I just did a card for Johnny on the Oracle. Actually, I did two cards, but the last one was more his fit, and the one that we got was what was it? Johnny Advisor, right? Something. No, that ain't the right one. Where did that one go now?
What deck are you using?
My this one here.
Oh, okay.
The the psychic.
I always forget the
Psychic
name of
development.
that one, and I've got it
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So, but now, did you want to do the Oracle decks, or you want to do the tarot card decks?
I've got a little bit of everything out. I've got a rune deck, an oracle deck, and the Thoth Tarot.
Okay. Who wants to read it? Maria, are you still here? Is Maria still here, or did she leave? Hopefully, maybe she's still here.
She's gone. She'll be back later though,
Um,
maybe.
dang it. All right. Marco, do you want a reading? Bobby, do you want a reading? Who all wants a reading? Come on. Raise your hands if you want a reading. I don't see any hands going up. What's going on? Well, I'll take one
Why don't you
then.
pull me an oracle card?
Okay, I'll do you. Now we're sounding like Total Brian show, right? I'll do you.
Mm,
All right, we're gonna give Venus Oracle card. I'm gonna shuffle it kind of three times, and then we're gonna hard to shuffle 55 cards three times. You end up having the same card eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bobby, we can wait till you have back, until you get back after your trip for the dogs. All right, well, Venus, let me ask you something. Are
Mm-hmm.
you learning anything new?
Yes, but I can't discuss it,
No, no,
unfortunately.
you don't have to
Sorry.
disclose what, but the cards know that because look what it says.
Mm-hmm. Time to learn.
Now, see, that's card number 46. Time to learn. So the cards know. That's
They
pretty good, ain't it?
know.
That's pretty good. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you're learning. I'm just saying that that told me something right there that you're still learning. So there,
Always.
never stop learning. All right. So
That's
what is
right.
the or do you want an oracle or do you want a tarot card deck from me or a
Yeah,
tarot
pull
card
me a tarot
reading?
card.
All right, we'll do three cards. I like doing that. I did pretty good with Johnny's.
All right.
He had the four of pentacles and the king of swords and the fool. And even though some people say the fool is kind of a bad card, no, it's
Ooh.
not really.
No, that's a good card.
It's not smart or something like that. No, that's not what that card means. It means that you're ready to go somewhere, ready to travel, ready to try something
Mm-hmm.
new
Having faith in
beginnings.
something.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna shuffle them three times. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna take top three cards. Ooh, that's a good one for you right there. First, right off the top. Wow. That one I don't know about, but it still shows leadership, so I guess that's okay. And then that one's kind of weird, but we'll take it. We'll take it with the other two cards. All right, first one, the
Empress.
Empress. Empress, right? Which is kind of interesting. That's what I think
Mm-hmm.
you are connected to, or that you might have some business with, and an Emperor. Which I don't know if that's your masculine side of you coming out or what.
That's
Sometimes
something.
I think sometimes well that's what they see the energy. They're reading the energy of what you are dealing with, whatever. And then the six of wands. that good or bad?
6 of
What do you
Wands.
think?
Victory.
Six of
Nice.
Wands. Okay, so 6 times the victory then. All right. Well then.
So I won something. What's my prize?
There you go. All right. Your prize is uh we're all gonna get together and have a big party. Is that good?
Heck yeah.
If you have an opportunity to have a party with everybody, what would you want to do? Would you want to have like a full bar and free drinks and uh, I mean maybe not everybody can drink, but there's non-alcoholic there also.
I would
But
say a
just
massive bonfire.
there you go.
Turn it
And it's
into something ritualistic. Start
getting to
sacrificing people.
that time of the year, right? Hey, we can go to that one that's in Northern California that has that weird stuff happening, right? What is that one?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That's all over.
yeah, I'm talking about the one where they go and it's, I think it's mostly guys or something, and they have some kind of like a walking man or Burning Man, something about Burning Man. There you go. That's what I'm thinking of. Burning Man. So I don't know what that means exactly, but I don't know if I won't want to be part of it. Hey, Justin's here. Justin, do you want Venus to read a oracle card for you?
Hey J Man.
Show us some good news, Venus. How about it, Justin? You want an oracle card reading and a tarot card or rune or tarot card reading? You pick. You got to pick which one you want. All right, so we're waiting on Justin to answer that question, and we'll see what he says here. But how do you think I'm doing on my connection with the cards? You think I'm doing better?
Oh yeah. I think you're doing great.
And then when we do this with Esther, and then I read the tarot cards and she reads the oracle cards, it's like we're like connected somehow. we're, we're saying the
Hmm.
same message. And she was going to be here tonight, but she wasn't feeling well, so she needed to take some time off. I was hoping she'd be in chat with us, but maybe she'll be here.
Aw. She
So
sent me
hopefully,
something on Facebook, but then it was deleted whenever I got to it a couple hours later.
oh
I was
no,
meaning to ask her what the heck did she send me.
I don't know. She was telling me she went to a crystal fair thing in Greenville,
Oh.
or Greenville, however you want to say that. I say Greenville because that's what it's spelled like. And she told me she got me a clear crystal or something, whatever that means. I got the white one, the what do they call that? The tremolane or whatever. This one. I got that one. I got a big one of this. Sits on a white thing. So,
Oh yeah. Selenite. Is that what it is?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, something like yeah. And then she's got a clear one though. I guess all clear. That'd be pretty cool.
That would probably be quartz if it's clear.
Yeah, clear quartz. That's it. Yeah, I think that's right.
Hmm.
So that's good energy there. We need that.
Oh yeah.
I like the
Those are like
quartz.
some of the biggest universal crystals out there are the clear and the white ones because they pretty much
Yeah.
filter everything.
So I was listening to the frequency number 432 today. Have you ever done that? Listen to different frequency
432
sounds.
hertz.
Yeah, yeah, and 432 megahertz or whatever. Yeah, yeah. And what was interesting was I went on my drive and I seemed to see things more clearly. This was the first time I did this for 45 minutes before I went driving. I want to do the third eye one that they have. I want to try it at night, I think, when I'm going to sleep. We'll see what happens.
I've heard some bad experiences with those, especially with the third eye, because
Yeah.
there's been some that are forcing the third eye open before it has a chance to
Oh, I don't
migrate.
want it to be. Yeah, I don't want it to be forced to be opened. So I
Mhm.
want it to be natural and something that I can enjoy the experiment or experience. And
Mhm.
so that's what I want to do. Just take my time and do it right and not force anything to happen. So let's see, Justin, did you want a reading from Venus? She's doing
Hi,
Oracle card.
Papa.
Hi, Papa Tom.
I love you, Papa Tom. I know he
Oh
loves
boy.
me, babe. He doesn't have to say it.
Hey, Julianne is here. Julie, do you want a card reading from Venus? Julie did a really, really good. She does a really good show every week. She does free readings for people all the time. So maybe it's time for her to get a free reading. So, oh yes, she wants one, Venus. There you go. You got a customer.
Oh,
Justin never said yes, so I don't know if he really wants one or not. I got to see a yes
good. Justin's
before we.
being stubborn.
Yeah, I want to make sure we see a yes before we do it. 'Cause I don't want to impose on anyone. All right. Well, Esther's not here, Julia. Just telling Venus that she was not feeling well, so she took the night off. And I was like, "What do I do?" And I got a hold of my friend Amber May, and she come on to say hello to everybody and introduce herself. And she's an interesting person, and so she'll be back at some point and give her a whole hour to talk about whatever she's doing. Yeah, I hope so too. Hopefully she's able to listen to the show and she can enjoy it. Well,
Where are you
speaking of
seeing Julie? Oh, okay, I see her now.
Julianne Guthrie, she has like six
Okay, hi,
names here.
Julie.
I just call her Julie for short.
All right, so I pulled a rune card, and you got Othala, Julie. And Othala is about inherited property or possessions, which could include a house, a home, something that's truly important to you. It could also indicate group prosperity. So there could be something, that your family, your immediate family is inheriting in regards to property or possessions. And then we've got passage, standing stones. So there could be some kind of doorway or passageway, theoretically, that you need to walk through in order to see this um, inheritance. It could
Hmm.
also include somebody passing on. I just want to throw that out there just because we have passage. That could be a passageway to heaven where someone has passed on and you may inherit some property from that person.
Interesting. And what is a rune card compared to a regular tarot card?
Runes were the Norse version of tarot.
Okay. Still 78 cards, or
No, it is, I believe, 24, somewhere around there.
that's really hard to shuffle that one.
Yeah, it's a small deck, but it's easier to work with the cards for me than it is to toss the runes and be noisy with it.
Now, Julianne, would you like to have, or Julie, would you like to have an oracle card from me? I'm using this deck here from Tana Newberry. Okay, and I would like to do a oracle card for you. And again, we hang out on her channel when she's doing free readings. So why not exchanged gift.
Right?
Oh, she has these too, so she knows what I'm talking about. There you go. See, there you go. So you got yours, Venus. So we gotta work together on this and see if we can't come up with the same answers on these cards. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? All right,
Yeah,
now
that
I
would be
know.
trippy.
You know what? I think she does this already. Okay, if I can read that right with my glasses. But keep good company, which I think you do that already, Julie. But that's just confirming what you already know. Oh, okay. You love those cards. Okay. Yeah, you should get them. You can find Tana Newberry online. I also have this deck from her. This is one that my friend Star gave me. Well, actually, I had to rebuy. I had to buy my own deck because I lost a card. I have these here. These are fun. If you want one of these, I could do that also. You want one of these, Venus?
I don't have that deck, no.
What would you like to have a card from this deck?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna give Julie a card from this deck first, since I asked her first. So now these are dealing with your spiritual self or way, your all encompassing self, meaning from before, from now, and from later on, you know what I mean? It's everything. It's the universe, basically, is what it's talking about. All right. So, whatever this card says. Uh-oh. Now, have you said before, Julie, that you were contacted, or no? You said you have seen some beings, correct? You've seen some beings at some point, or have you been contacted? Have you been contacted before? But anyway, here's your card. Prepare for contact. Okay. So now this contact can mean anything. It can be telepathy, it can be physical contact or spiritual contact. It can be anything. All right. So don't be afraid of it. Just hope that's not, hopefully, it's not a negative entity that wants to hurt anyone. Hopefully, it's a positive one. But in any case, be open to that, be ready for it. All right. And have answers for them because they're meeting with you to find out some answers for something. I mean, you got a lot of answers. I already know that. When I listen to you do your talks, you know a lot of what you're talking about. That's for sure. Life experiences. I know that's all it is. Okay, wait. Now we need to cut that. So basically, a cut on these small decks are just another shuffle. That's funny. But well, now Venus,
Hmm.
have you experienced anything in the uh, extraterrestrial sense?
Yeah, but not lately. I don't
Okay,
think
well, it
anyway.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's lately or not, but it just shows that you are an experiencer.
Okay.
So there you go. Now, if you have some oracle cards that you can pull and see if they match up with the ones that I just pulled, and we'll
Hmm.
see if I got it right or not. And that's what's interesting about doing this tandem reading kind of thing is a lot of people say it's junk, it's evil, it's not right, it's not real, it's not doesn't work. And let me tell you, folks, it's not evil unless you make it evil. You can make it evil. You can make anything evil.
Right, Julie? It's an addiction. It's an addiction. After you see new cards, you want more cards.
All right, so on this one here, you got to find Tana Newberry. Got to find Tana Newberry. Okay. And this was created by two women. Tana Newberry is the primary. I think Misha was the artist. So, but anyway, yeah. So Tana Newberry, you can look her up, and then she'll definitely help you out. They're not that expensive. These I think were $28. Not bad, actually, for the colorful pictures on those things. Well, you need to maybe refresh your card supply then. And that might help your readings if you're having getting stuck in some reading points, you know. And I know we can do that. We can get stuck. And not anything bad. It just we happen to get stuck, like a writer's block. We get blocked and we're trying to think of on the cards. I ordered a new.
Sometimes it's the opposite, though. Like if you only get one or two decks, like one tarot, one oracle, and spend quite an extensive time getting comfortable with those, then sometimes those are more accurate for people too.
Yeah, and I've been getting pretty good with mine, and I don't do mine every day like I should, which I might start doing next month. I think I'm going to start doing my tarot card readings every day that I did, and then a card every day, and then I'll do special. Maybe I'll do an oracle card deck as well on the tarot card reading, and then like I said, my brother thinks they're evil. And I said, no, they're just cards with pretty pictures on them. They're not evil. How can they be evil? They're not nasty pictures or nothing like that. They're showing the universe on the one. And, so they're not any kind of negative picture that I can tell, except for maybe the Mind Lab one or the Maya, what do they call that one? Military, whatever that one is. My lab or whatever, yeah, my lab. There you go. That's what I was saying. MILAB, military, whatever the I stands for. I can't remember now. But anyway, I asked my brother about, well, do you play solitaire with playing cards? Well, then you're studying numerology. Hello. He didn't like that answer. We don't talk about that anymore. Because guess what? I could tell tarot with playing cards. So there you go. And I got pretty good at that. So let me have if you got time, let me have a rune.
You want a rune? All right.
Yeah, rune reading. RUNE, right? RUNE?
Mm-hmm. RUNES.
No, runes, okay.
Oh, you had two come out. You've got Algiz, which is protection, a shield, a connection with the gods, awakening to a higher life, and you've got Berkana, which is about birth and fertility, both mental and physical and personal growth. It's regenerative power, light of spring, leads to renewals or rebirths, promise of new beginnings.
And that's why I'm working on my psychic abilities. There you go. Which I'm doing well. I am doing well with it. I am advancing better than I was before. I'm taking it more serious, you know. So, and then what is the oracle deck that you have that you're gonna use?
The oracle deck is the Sacred Forest.
Okay.
Pull you one of those.
Yeah. That will validate. Okay, Bobby's ready.
Moonlight Enchantment. This is
What?
magic, and it's the number 25,
Ooh,
Moonlight Enchantment. We've
wow.
got, it looks like a wolf howling at the moon,
Huh.
but he's alone.
Like a moon card, right?
hmm It's got a
Okay.
giant moon in the background, a wolf howling at it in a forest.
But now the interesting thing about that shield thing is that someone is protecting me or I am protecting someone.
I think it is to indicate you are protected while you pursue something new.
Oh, yeah, because right with the spiritual advancement and growth, and of course I
hmm
could be opening myself up to strangeness, right?
Yes, it
And
is
so that's
symbolic of warding off the evil that could be
okay.
lurking.
And what's funny
hmm
about that, not as in ha ha funny, but as in funny as in odd, is I've had several. You know, one guy from Holland. What is his name? Strange name, short name. But he does a show every Monday afternoon, and he does distance healing, and he does readings for people. You know, things like that. And so as I was chatting with him in his chat and asking him about uh, my space and everything like that, meaning my local space where I'm at, you know, sitting. And he said, "Well, I see your mom right beside you." Of course, you know, she's been gone since 2012, and I'm not debating whether or not he's telling the truth. 'Cause I have noticed some things about my mom being here or anywhere I am. It don't matter. I believe that when a parent goes, we are connected with them even more so after that, at the time of death and after that time. So it's not really I mean, it is sad, but it's not really sad if you understand the concept of death is just a new beginning. Okay, it's
Right.
not necessarily the end or the end of existence. It's just a new beginning, and it's a different type of pathway than we understand at this moment. So, like for instance, when my mom is visiting, I can smell flowers or whatever, certain kind of like a what is the purple, like a violet flower, you know, very strong, and I can't smell very much. You know, my sense of smell is gone, but that comes out and I can smell it, and it's like, okay, something is really trying to tell me something, right? And then I
hmm
smell the guy's tobacco smoke, you know, cherry tobacco. Again, I don't smell very much, you know, you know, different different fragrances because of my sinuses being destroyed from whatever. But in any case, I think it was from when I lived in Sacramento for 4 years, and Sacramento had every kind of known tree to mankind in that whole place. And every time they bloomed or went through their process, I always got some kind of allergy problem with that, and that destroyed my sinuses. So, but that's
hmm
what I think. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, so um, and then he said that the other spirits that are here, they're actually trying to keep away the bad ones, the evil ones. And I've only seen, okay, I've seen two, not necessarily evil, but not positive. Okay, I have seen a shadow man. John O'Staines, what's going on? Father John. I know he wants a
Hey,
card.
John.
Let me tell my story about the shadow man first, and then this other old man. I sensed
Yeah, I want to hear about the Shadow Man.
I turned and looked and saw this shadow man behind me, just for a second. Okay, just for 1 second. But I saw him long enough to know that he was there. Okay. What I saw was a dark shadow figure with the round hat, you know, and the dome hat. You know what I mean? Like the 1930s round, round dome hat. You
Like
know what
that
I'm talking about?
bowler hat thing.
Yeah, yeah. And he had a suit on, but it was all black, and it was in the dark shadow figure, so I couldn't really tell what the suit looked like. It just looked like it was all one dark piece, you know, and almost like a dark black cutout of a man. You know what I mean? And so I couldn't see his face, so but again, I only seen him for a second. Okay, and I could tell he was there, and I said, "You don't need to be here." All right, I said, "You don't need to be here. You need to go." I just said it like that, and I said it in a loving way, as loving as you can tell that, And then he was gone. He didn't come back. I haven't seen him since. Now he'll probably show up again because I'm talking about him, but I'm not
Did he
concerned
just
about it.
disappear, or did you see him walk away, or what?
I blinked and he was gone.
Huh.
Okay, and that was a awakening. I was awake when I did that, so I was not dreaming. Now another time, I was in the backyard at the fire pit, and I looked up to the second story window where the stairs are, and the stairs go up, and you have a window, you can look out the back. And
Hmm.
you seen my house? I showed you my house on the picture, and
Yeah, I know where you live.
you actually reviewed my house, and you put a question mark on my tree out there. I don't understand that one at all, but anyway, uh, that's a whole nother story. But this old man was looking out the window of that stairwell window, staircase window, and it was an old man that looked like he was just kind of pissed off that he had to stay inside for some reason, But I was the only one here. It was like, okay, what the hell was that? Now, one other quick story, and then you can give Bobby his reading. Um, and then the other thing was, uh, I was in the living room. Okay, Star, how you doing? Hey, do we want Star
Hey,
on the show?
Star.
We can get Star on the show. And then,
Come on, Star.
um, my neighbors have this dog called Avatar. He's kind of a, um, no, pit bull and lab, kind of a mix, So he's a big dog, right? And he's a friendly
Hmm.
dog, though. He loves to run up to you and jump up on you and chew on your arm like it's a dog bone, and things like that. Not meaning to hurt you. He's just playing. So I'd imagine if you tried to hurt somebody, he might take your arm off. But what was funny was he was in my front yard, and I was watching him from the window, and then he's looking up at the second story window, and that's at the same time I heard a knocking sound, and I'm the only one here. Okay, I heard a knocking sound or a bang or something like that, and he looked up to the second story window, and it was like the dog seen him.
Yeah.
And then I have some stuff, I put all in Mike's mail, Mike, and he's in Nevada. He's
Yeah.
coming back. He's coming back pretty soon. But I put all his mail on the steps. Why do I do that? Well, I figure if somebody's coming down the steps, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna step on that paper, on the mail, all the magazines and envelopes and everything like that, and they're gonna wind up. I'm gonna find them. So I had this one. The top step has a card on it. Now I usually keep everything nice and neat, lined up, and you know, in good order. You know what I mean? So as far as when I stack things up on steps, and some reason this card on the top of the one stack is not in the right place. So I'm trying to figure out what happened with that. Why did that move? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then my little carpet, the entry carpet to my bedroom there, it moves on its own, and it winds up going towards the stairwell. Now the mirror is right there, but now I got the mirror covered. I guess that does not mean that they're not coming through there. It just means not as often or not as strong. All right. But what happens is when they step on that carpet, it moves forward because they're walking out that way from the mirror to wherever they're going. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's creepy.
And I should not. That carpet should not be moving. Anyway, yeah, Bobby wanted the reading, and let me get Star over here if she wants to join us really quick for a few minutes. And we got to get done by 10 o'clock for Bobby's space wave. Okay, so go ahead and read Bobby's. Ask Bobby if he wants a rune card or what.
Bobby, what you
Bobby,
want
look
from
at.
me?
There you go. And then maybe John wants to read. But yeah, so I do
Ooh,
have activity. Oh, go
Bobby's
ahead.
got Perfu, which is about secrets and mysteries, occult abilities. He is being
Oh,
initiated
oh.
with knowledge, and he'll
What
be
are
able
the
to
choices?
use it on his path in the future.
What are the choices? What are you using now?
The rune deck
All right.
and the sacred forest oracle.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one of each, so there's not really a
Okay.
choice.
And she'll pull all the decks that
It
she
was
has.
rhetorical, Bobby.
Sorry, I sent you an invite to join the show if you want to join us for a few minutes. Oh, not good mood? Okay, you don't have to.
All right, for your oracle, you got Secret Spring Success, and it's the number 34, which deduces to a 7, which is spiritual energy, and that does tie in with the rune.
Huh.
It feels like you're on the edge of something you're learning.
What are you learning, Bobby? Bobby's
Whatever it
already
is, it's going to help
initiated.
you out big time.
Yeah, Bobby's already initiated into rites we could only imagine because he's a Mormon, right? I'll take a read when you're ready or when you're done with Bobby B. Okay, so if Bobby has one more card, I don't know.
Nope, we're good over here. You're up.
Oh, that's it on your end? Okay. Bobby, I'm going to do a card for you on the experiencer deck, the one with the space pictures. All right, and then we'll have you do John. No, that always sounds so bad when we say it that way, right? uh, all right. Well, now look at that. That's kind of. Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm smoking.
Is that why I'm coughing?
You want me to put it out?
Cosmic Channel, look at that. See, now you said that he was being initiated and he's trying to learn something or he's learning something.
Ooh, ET
Cosmic
guides
Channel,
can speak through you.
is that good though? Hey, Genghis, how you doing?
Gingy!
Genghis, don't get up until I cough.
See, I can't call him Genghis. Every time I see that name, I think Gingy from Shrek.
Yeah, and I call him Genghis. I just say Gingis. The first G is hard. All right, so now is it John's turn? Damn, I get this.
I put it out. It should clear up. I'm sorry.
No, it just has this drainage from my sinus issues. No, it's not COVID. I don't think that at all. But yeah, notice how it's one of the things that said, "Oh, if you got a
Is
cough,
that a
then you
hic?
got."
Is that a hickey on your throat?
No,
Who's
it
leaving
says
hickeys on you, Ron?
no one. It's a mole. I got that mole on here. Get out of here. Behind you. I always look. There we go. Got it out now. Yeah. Hey, look, if you guys want a good power bank, you guys got to get one of these things. Power Drive 20,000 mAh. I
How
found
long
this
does that thing last?
I found it at a truck stop. Well, it's empty right now, but it charges up, and I can charge my phone about probably 3 or 4 times. I think I can charge my phone. So my phone was at almost empty the other day, like 5%. I plugged this into my phone, and I got my phone on the quick charge, and it charges within 1 hour. It's already fully charged. Where if I use a regular charger, it'll take like 3 hours. And that's a fast charge pad. It'll take like 2 to 3 hours on that. So go ahead and get yeah, aliens are kissing me. I see what Julie said. All right. Yeah, Genghis, yeah, Esther had to take the night off. Keep her in your prayers so she can heal up fast. Go ahead and give John a card. If we're done with Bobby, I think.
Starting with a rune.
I like those when that gets on it.
Kanas.
Huh?
This is about vision, revelation, creativity, and inspiration. It is
Ooh,
technical abilities, vital fire of life, harnessed power, the fire of transformation, and regeneration.
wow.
I'm getting real spark of life energy coming off of that.
John, what are you doing? Oh boy. Yeah, you go ahead and do yours, and then I'll do the ET experiencer thing after you get yours done. I like that. And
Alright,
we'll have to Genghis, do you want a card or reading? Venus doesn't charge much. She only charges $2.98.
60% of your soul. Take it or leave it.
The others didn't know that when you.
They do now.
Yeah.
Anyway, for the oracle
Yes.
for John, we got Spirit Guardian of Winter Retreat. So this could be about putting yourself in a bubble. It does display one of those snow globes,
Oh
isolating
wow.
yourself away from the world.
Yeah, he's not here all the time, so I'm glad he's here tonight. You needed to be here tonight.
Frozen in time is coming up with that too. Like something's been frozen in time.
I'll be
It
good.
could be that you are being put on frozen time like that in order to work on creativity,
Oh, until he gets it right.
knowledge, and something like that. Coming out of retirement.
Coming out. Why?
Why were you retired to begin with?
Well, John, let me ask you: have you had any alien experience in your life at all, ever? I didn't know you retired. John, answer that question, please.
Being
I know there's a
mysterious.
delay, so I can ask for that question, and it'll be 5 minutes before they hear it. You hear it because you're on the show. But anyway, all right. Well, you're not gonna answer. I'll just show you the card. Experiencer. That's what it says. Only two
Experiencer.
possible. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you had physical contact with an alien, but if you've seen a UFO, then there you go. You are an
That's the
experiencer.
one you pulled for me too, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then go ahead and Genghis, do you want a reading? Please say yes, because you left before. We were gonna read you, and then you left. He likes my card. All right. Hey, we need more hearts up there, people. I know if
Yes,
everybody.
sacrifice them all.
Yeah. Genghis, where you at? Okay, Genghis, you want a reading, Genghis? Venus will do you?
I I think he values his soul.
He was worried about your 60%. She was
You
kidding,
still got
guys.
40% left. It's all yours.
She was kidding. Come on. No answer for Genghis. We're going to have to go pretty soon, too. So, yeah, I had a bad storm that came through here. Did you see that? Funny thing is, I knew that storm was coming. That was weird.
What kind of storm was it?
Lightning, thunder, and heavy
Lightning, my
rain for
favorite.
about 5 minutes. But the interesting thing was, I saw the report on TV about there was a storm north of here in Redwood County in that area, north of here. And I said, well, we're going to get it next. And so I was looking at the outside before it started raining. I said, it's going to rain in 30 minutes or less. And it rained in about 20 minutes. And then the heavy
It's
rain
been
came.
raining here all day.
Then the heavy rain happened. So, I mean, again, with this frequency training, with trying to adjust my frequency and clean my aura out and clean out my chakras and everything like that, I'm actually learning how to connect with nature reading a little bit better. So if anybody is
Good.
if anyone's trying that frequency reading, I mean, yeah, be careful with it. There are some that are negative, and and Esther always says that if you sense something that's not right, don't use that one. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but if you sense something that's good and you like it and it feels right, then go ahead and use it. And you'll know when you start listening to it. You'll know whether you like the sound or the video or whatever. But everyone
Good rule
has,
of thumb.
huh?
That's a good rule of thumb to go
Yeah,
based on what it feels like.
yeah, and your spirit knows. Your spirit knows that, and just be alert
Mm-hmm.
and aware of what your inner self is telling you about it. But when you find that good one that you do connect with, oh my gosh, what a difference it makes. It helps with sleeping. I still only get 4 hours sleep, but they're actually good 4 hours sleeps now. Now I have had some
4 hours.
strange dreams with this, so oh man,
What kind of dreams?
just weird, just weird. Usually I'm traveling. Remember I told you I travel every night. I don't
Mm-hmm.
always remember the traveling, but I know I travel every night. When I do remember it, it's weird. I don't know if I'm remembering the whole dream or the vision, but I'm remembering parts of it and the weird parts. Like this last one, I remembered. Okay, the one I was with three other people. This was the other night. I was with three other people. And remember now, I go to sleep around 2 o'clock, and then I wake up around 6 or 7. And so it doesn't give them much time to mess with my head. But this particular time, I'm trying to find this case, a little steel case, like a little accessory case. You know what I mean? And
A
it has
lockbox.
yeah, it has like locks on them, and it's a steel case, so it was silver all the way around. But I was trying to find it, and it was a mission that we had. The three of us had, or the four of us had. I was with three other people. I knew who they were, but I can't remember them now. What their names are, or maybe I'm not supposed to tell. But anyway, the point is,
Mm-hmm.
this case that I happened to find, I found a case in my vision. I was opening the case and then I woke up, so I never got to see what was in it. Now,
You were there
the
to
odd,
procure it. That's it.
yeah, maybe, yeah, but
Like a
then,
compass.
yeah, and then the one this morning before I woke up at 6:30 for some reason, unknown reason, I'm waking up before the sunrise, and I was like, now what do I do? You know, and I take sleeping medication. It's supposed to work 10 hours. That makes no sense to me. But anyway, um, I was in this apartment somewhere, and there was this dog. Now I don't have a dog, but apparently this person did that I was at the apartment, and the dog was a white dog, kind of with grays, not really spots, but like they had like gray lines, or not like a tiger, but like short lines, all around. And I don't know why the dog was there, or why he was with me or trying to protect me or something, but he wasn't trying to attack me. so so that was just weird. But I was really there though. 'Cause I felt the dog that he was, licking my hand, and he was, jumping up on me. So he's a good dog, friendly dog. He wasn't trying to attack me, but he was protecting me. Again, there's that protection, right? So I don't know what that means though. What does that mean when you see an animal like that in your dream or vision?
Companionship, if it's a
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. No, I
You have
don't think.
companions that protect you in little ways.
Yeah, and with my traveling and everything, I don't want to have to deal with finding somebody to watch my dog or anything. You know what I mean? So I don't want to have
Hmm.
all that responsibility. So um,
You take a
I just
dog with you, though.
yeah, sometimes. And actually now with the hotels, a lot of them are allowing that. You can have
Well, not just that, you could get it certified to be a therapy dog or a service dog,
oh yeah,
and you could take him anywhere.
yeah, that's a good idea. I seen one of those in the store. Maybe that's where that dream came from. 'Cause I seen them in the store, and that could be where that dream came from.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. I switched back to my old bank again. All right. Now the old
Yeah,
guy
you
that
told me.
yeah, I'm letting the people know on chat, I guess. The old guy that didn't like me in my bank, he retired, so he's gone. So I went back there, and what happened was I went to the credit union and tried to cash some checks for my dad's benefit for his insurance, life insurance. And the strange thing was the credit union wouldn't let me cash them. Now I had to have money active so I can pay my car insurance. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so they said, no, we can't cash them. I said, okay, these are already paid for. They got the company name on the check. You can contact the company right now and get proof that the check is good, you know, and then you should be able to cash it without any question, period. And so they didn't want to do that. So they wanted me to come back and get the check stub from each check, and then I was supposed to wait 7 days to use the money. I was like, I got to pay my car insurance like tomorrow, the next day. And I said, forget this, I'll find another bank. So I come back to home and go over to the bank and then talk to Cody, that's my friend. And I go to church with at least four of them that are in the bank, And um, he said, yeah, sure, I can cash it. We'll open up an account for you and we'll cash them. So no problem, no wait time. Got it right there. I went and deposited some money in my account to pay for the car insurance, but I'll be closing that credit union out as soon as my pay is transferred over to the new account. I got all that figured out. That's all done. I already talked to the Social Security, got that set. I talked to the VA rep, got that all switched. So everything's all switched.
Have you got your health insurance straightened out?
Not yet, but I'm gonna work on that. And I'm probably gonna, because of my estate benefits, I might be
Hmm.
losing that particular aspect of the health, like the Medicare thing, whatever. But then
Yeah.
what I might do is I might apply for my Social Security early, right? I can do it at 62. Okay. So
Hmm.
I might lose a little bit of money on that as far as regular payment, but I would be guaranteed Medicare then. Okay. Now, I might do what you said, which we talked about. Oh, this this is my black rock that I had, my native teardrop, and Esther made that wire wrap around it.
Oh,
And
pretty.
the silver chain she bought a long time ago. I can't remember where she said she got it, but it wasn't cheap. It was kind of but like $80 or so for the chain. And so she made the wire wrap though out of silver wire. And then the black stone is a Native American teardrop, and um, it's a protection stone, which I don't understand because when you look that story up, they were riding their horses off the cliff when they were losing the battle to the war. So that's kind of a sad story, but then everyone's crying about it, so that's where the Native American teardrop comes in for protection. So that means everyone else is protected from doing that, I guess. And see, here's another one. I got another one here that I keep in my pocket. So I got double protection. Where did it go now? Where's that other pocket at now? Oh.
What you reaching for down there?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? So here's the one that, see how it looks like a tear?
Mm-hmm. That looks pretty cool.
And so it's meant for protection. I was trying to find that little coin pocket for some reason. I couldn't find it. I was in the
Seeing
other,
things in the reflection off of that.
yeah. And so then it looks like Osiris eye. So anyway, I sent
Mm-hmm.
this to her. Then she made the wire wrap for it, and she sent it back. So this has been around to South
So
Carolina and
cool
back.
over.
Yeah. So that's really nice. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this one. This one has a flat side on it, which is the one that goes against my chest, and the other, which it doesn't matter with the wire, but that's how it is. It's flat on one side. Kind of got a three sides actually. Each side kind of has a flat side to it. That's kind of weird. But this one looks more like a nose almost when you look at it. But all right, well, thank you, Venus, for helping out tonight. Well, you get paid. You get paid a bonus. You know what the bonus pay is, right?
What's the bonus?
2 times 0. Uh,
Yeah.
so Genghis, wait a minute. Now Genghis is here again. Would you like Venus to give you a card reading? And I'll do one of the space ones. I don't want to leave anyone out and then them come back and say, "Oh, I wanted a card reading." Some people don't like it though. 444. I didn't see that today. Sure, that would be nice. Okay, he's ready.
You ready now, Genty? Get your room card to start off with. Laguz. This is about water, emotions, flowing, the healing power of renewal, imagination, and psychic matters.
Oh wow.
This is kind of feeling like you need to connect with a body of water, whether it be a river, spring, or the ocean.
Do you like to go
That could be
fishing?
like a source of power for you.
Yeah.
All right.
And if he likes to go fishing, that would be that answer right there.
Mm-hmm. Let's get a sacred forest oracle.
And then I'll do one of mine. And I think we'll wrap it up
Guardians
after.
of the Land.
Ooh.
I like this one. It's got a stag in the background watching over whoever this is for. Guardians of the Land is about protection.
Okay.
Feels very fruitful too. Like there's something that you're supposed to collect or that you have been collecting, and maybe you're worried about it being taken away from you. This is a sign that it's being protected with you.
Oh well. All right. Well, this would have been good for Star. We had this one for Star, and that's her, her name as well. Star Seed. There you go. I think that's about it, Venus. We got it done.
All right.
Thank you for helping.
Yeah, no problem. I just hope Esther feels better next week. Miss seeing her on.
his his pop or his dad has been asking him to go fishing. So there you go.
Yeah, definitely go on that trip. You never know how long they're going to last, you know.
Yeah. I can't go fishing with mine anymore. He's gone. So, but that's all right. He's not suffering now. That's the main thing.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's in the ether watching over you with the rest of your ancestors
Oh
now.
yeah. Yep. And every now and then he used to do. He was a electrician. You know. He was pretty high up there in the ranking. He's like a boss. You know. Well, he was a boss. He owned his own company, but he did all the main buildings, like the big buildings in San Francisco, as far as
Hmm.
wiring them and everything like that. So every now and then my bathroom light will flicker, and I'll think of that. I'll think of him. He's just trying to
Oh,
tell me.
yeah.
So I'll ask, okay, what do you want? I won't hear nothing, but I know that someone's trying to say something or letting me know, okay, we're watching you, and I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
he's just saying hey.
Yeah, they can watch me all day long. At least I know somebody is, right?
Hmm.
So all right,
All
then
right, I think we need to wrap this up so Bobby
yeah,
can get his show rolling. I got to go deal with some family stuff. Thanks
all
for
right,
having me on.
yeah.
And
Thank
if
you
you
for
speak to
helping.
Esther, let her know I said, hope she feels better. I'll try to message her
Yeah.
on Facebook too.
All right. Yep. Yep. She might have went to sleep. I don't know, but we'll find out. All
Yeah, she'll see it in the morning at least.
right. Yep. All right. Thank you. You have a good night.
Night.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for the fun time with the reading. And we had a good guest at the beginning of the show. Amber May was on, and she does a podcast on Amber May Show on Podbean and on some other websites and things like that. AmberMayProductions.com. You can check her out. 150th edition of Space Wave. And we're going to get on out of here right now, Bobby, so we can do that. I think I can do it. All right, because I got better internet now. All right. We'll see everybody next time here. And get right on over to Mixler and get over there to the Errt Radio channel and listen. All right, we'll see you next time. Tomorrow night on IT. Bye bye.